Alright guys, that was Leftover Popcorn, page 13 in your level 2A lesson book. Turn there, we're going to take a closer look at it. I'm going to tell you some things about it. I'll play it again, and then you can go and practice it all on your own. Alright, let us begin. Of course, we're going to start in the first measure, but right before that, I want to take a look at something that the book is trying to tell us here above the page. Let's go. We don't need to do this. Right here above the page. All right. This song is going to have something called a natural in it. A natural cancels a sharp or flat. So if we have a sharp in the measure, and then we want to make that sharp no longer on a black key in the same measure, then we have to put a natural in front of it. There's only one natural in the song. It's close to the end of the song, and I will point it out once we get there. So let's start in the first measure. Okay, in the first measure we have this little line through that note, and we should know by now that that is middle C. And we have our finger number 1 right here, right above the note, so we know that our first finger goes on middle C. So if our first finger is on middle C, then we must be in C position, at least for now, and at least in our right hand. That is actually going to change in one of the measures. I'll point it out when we get there. But first, let's take a look at the time signature. The time signature is in 4/4, meaning that there's going to be 4 beats per measure. And let's take a look at our dynamic sign. Our dynamic sign is mezzo piano, medium soft. We have forte, then below that is mezzo forte, then below that is mezzo piano. So it's pretty soft here in the beginning, and it's gonna be a huge change by the time it gets to the end, because the last 2 measures are gonna be forte. So you want to hold back a whole lot in the beginning of the song, and then when you get to the end, just let it all loose and just pound away at the piano to make it as loud as you possibly can. Alright, let's take a look at the rhythm in the first measure. We have 3/4 notes and 2/8 notes. So it's a walk, running, walk, walk. Remember, these are a pair of 1/8 notes right there. So walk, running, walk, walk. And then let's shift over here. We have 4 1/8 notes in a row. So that's 2 runnings. Running, running, hold it. Alright, so everything here is in C position. I'm going to write in the finger numbers for you. So our first finger is on C. The next note is our second finger on D. The next note is our third finger on E. And then we skip back down to C. So our first finger. Then shift over to the next measure. Second finger on D. We have 2 of those. Third finger on E, we have 2 of those. And our fourth finger on F. So all together, I'm going to play the first 2 measures. 1, 2, ready, go. Walk, running, walk, walk. Running, running, hold it. Be sure that you hold this note for 2 whole beats. Don't just blow past it. Make sure you hold it. Now this is where it's going to get interesting. In measure 3, we need a shift to B. This isn't moving. You're not going to just take one thumb, or your thumb, which is your first finger, and put it on C and stretch down a little bit. You are actually going to move your entire hand to B position. So every finger is going to move from C, D, E, F, G, and you're going to shift to B, C, D, E, F. You're moving positions. Just one note though. It's not a big move, but make sure you do it. So we're here in C position, and then we're going to pick up, move down 1 note to B position. So now our thumb is on B, which means our second finger is on C, which means our third finger is on D, and then we have that skip here, kind of like in measure 1, and back to our first finger being on B. So it sounds like this, just like that, and it's going to stay like that for measures 3 and measures 4. But let's take a look at the left hand. We finally have some notes in the left hand to play. Alright, remember that our right hand was in C position, and so this says our first finger and second finger should be on these notes. Now remember, the top number always goes to the top note, the highest note. The bottom number always goes to the lower note. Let's recite our bass clef spaces sentence. It's all cows eat grass. So our first finger should be on G, and our second finger should be on F, right below it. So our left hand is in C position, and our left hand actually stays in C position the entire time. But don't make the mistake of when you take your right hand from C position and move it down, don't move your left hand with it. Your left hand never goes to B position. It just stays here in C position while the right hand moves to B position. Okay, so let's hear that measure. Measure 3 right here. So our left hand is in B. Nope. Our right hand is in B position. Our left hand is in C position, and here we go. That's all there is to it. All right. Now measure 4, our right hand is still in B position, our left hand is still in C position, and I know that because it says that our second finger is on C right here. So that's C, then our third finger on D, our fourth finger on E. So now this right here is giving you a chance to move. You see that? You're going to go C, D, E, then the left hand is going to take over and play a G real quick to give you time to just move all your fingers up to C position again. So I'm here, C, D, E, G, and I go from B position and move back up to C position. All right. Make sure you pay attention to this. Walk, running, walk. Right there. Here in measure 6, it's pretty simple. Our second finger is back on D, and it's just 2, 3, 4, and our hands are going to be moving in contrary motion. If you remember what that means, that is, our hands are going to be moving in opposite directions, so therefore they're going to be playing the same fingers. So finger 2 and 2 in right and left hand, and then 3s together, and then 4s together. Alright, then we have a huge rest. Make sure you do it. And the last 2 measures. Oh, look at this. Here's our sharp. 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. So only 2 fingers in measure 7, but remember the rules of a sharp. If it is sharp here in the beginning, it's going to stay sharp the entire measure. So this is a sharp right here, and we have one more finger 4. Oh, but take a look. There's the natural. So it's 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, but our third, fourth finger note can't be F sharp anymore because we have a natural in front of it. So we're just going to shift that down to F right there. So it sounds like this. Let me zoom out so you can follow along in the music. So 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. Again, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. Make sure you play that F natural at the end of that measure. And we have this long slur into the staccatos. So 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. And if I were to say the runnings and walks, we have running, running, walk, walk. And if you also notice right here, there's a change in dynamic sign. So this is where we get really, really, really loud. All right. And the last measure really isn't that hard. Let's just write in the finger numbers real quick. Here we have finger 5, finger 4, and it's just continuing to step down. Finger 3, 2, and 1. And then here we have a 1 and 2. And then here we have a 1 and 3. Well, I think that's everything I have for this one. Be sure to take the repeat sign here at the very end. Right there. Take the repeat sign, play the whole thing 2 times. And I'm going to play it one more time. Make sure you pay attention to everything we talked about. And then you can go ahead and practice it on your own. So, from the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. Running, running, hold it, move. Make sure you move to B position. And move back. Rest. As loud as you can. Repeat. Move to B position. Alright guys, that's everything I have for you in this video. I will see you in the next one, and don't forget to keep practicing.